Hello, everybody. How's it going? Sorry about that. The voice of metal is now on. Sorry, I was just double checking things. So, I don't know what to talk about right now. I guess I need to explain a few things. First of all, um, when I was talking about interviewing people like from bands and metal, in metal and stuff like that, what I'm hoping to do is have a guest come on and maybe talk about them and their life, and maybe have some people in the audience or that are chatting live on the live stream come on and talk about things that they would like to ask the person that we're talking to at the time. But the only thing is, right now, since I'm starting off my channel, that there probably won't be very many people that are willing to do that. So, in order to accomplish that goal, I definitely have to have likes and follows. I know I saw quite a few people that had followed my little short, um, little, what do they call it, the shorts about my channel, which I appreciate the people who did follow. But I saw like 500 and some odd people that were actually looking at the video, and they didn't like anything, or I mean subscribe. The subscription is what needs to be done if I can to help get this moving, because I definitely want this to succeed. Part of it, I think part of it, and I never thought about this before. I know not a lot of people like Metallica and this, that, and the other, but I did hear or read an article not long ago about how James had felt that he didn't have the opportunity to have a lasting friendship outside his band. I mean, he's had a wife and maybe a few close friends to a point. But when it comes down to it, when it comes to like what normal everybody has, they don't have that opportunity. And I think this would be a great way for not only them to feel like they're having maybe a normal conversation with some people, as well as possibly getting to know them better as a person. Because he didn't have that, unfortunately, when he was like around 18. So, and I'm sure there's quite a few people that may have had that same experience in life. Um, I do know that Sacred Reich, they were around back about that time too, but I don't think they were putting out records for at least 20 years. So they might have already had this kind of, you know, disconnect from the fame and fortune of, or being in a band and being live and performing and stuff like that, from what I know, because they hadn't done their how do you say, their normal record deals, or I should made a new record in close to probably about 20 years or so, I would say. I think from what I remember at the concert, because he said the one guy that's playing bass for him right now is a part of that whole thing now, and he was like he was just being born. So that tells you how old the band is. So, and that was really cool. The that's the other thing I want to do. I want to do talking to people, getting to know them personally. I'm hoping not only just the singers, but maybe other members in the band or the band together. It'd be kind of cool. I guess it depends on if there's any sort of thing that they have to do. I mean, because I know there's certain things they probably can and cannot do depending on contracts or whatever with record companies, if they are under a label or not. It's hard to say. And plus, that'd be another good question. Are they independent now? Are they on a label? Are they not on a label? It'd be interesting to see. But from right now at the beginning, if I can get just a few people that are in a group that you might not have heard of, and they might not be super big, and they might not like be Megadeth with Dave Mustaine and all that and Lamb of God, but there's a lot of great bands out there that are not well known, and that's another thing. That's an opportunity for me to introduce you to some other bands and music that you might actually enjoy and love. And that's the whole point. The point is to have this connection, to get them, say associated with you, and them, so basically vice versa. Basically, they know you, you know them, and you get to hear their music for the first time maybe, and find a new band, find a new sound that you like and enjoy, and you can help support them as artists. And like I said before, artists in general need that help. And because there are some things in this world right now that I think that they're over paying people to do. No offense to people who like football, but some artists don't make as much as the football players, and they have talent. They have a, how you say, a skill, and they're not being, how you say, rewarded, I think, appropriately. Some have gone on their own and did their own thing with like drawing and this, that, and the other. But as far as music goes, it's kind of the same thing. And like I said before, and I'll say it again, from what I understand, what I know, there's not everybody is making as much money as some of the big metal artists are out there. But they enjoy what they do. They enjoy feeding off of the people in the audience. They enjoy, having that camaraderie, that family, that connection with you guys, and with me, of course. So I'm hoping that maybe they'll share that experience with you, me, and everybody else. Oh, and I apologize for being on so late. My son came home early. He was going to go out with some friends for a certain length of time, and he ended up coming home earlier than I expected. So I was planning on being on here at 10, but I spent it with him. And it kind of reminds me of the singer from Five Finger Death Punch. I don't know his name, unfortunately, which I need to do. I'm not very good with names, so you have to apologize. I'll have to look. Sometimes, like I said, I have to look it up. But anyway, I'll try to do that on some. Well, especially if I'm interviewing somebody or talking to somebody, I'll definitely get to know them personally. If I can get a hold of somebody to do that, because I think it'd be great. I'm just not sure who might be willing. But if you are on a new band, if you're on a band that's just starting off now and you see this, let me know. I'm serious. Let me know, and we'll try to have you on. We'll do like a video call chat, and then we can find out about your music, find about you and the people in your band, everything. I think it'd be awesome. I think it'd be great. Help each other out. I figured might be a good place to do that, because I want to do this because I love metal music. I'm like all of you out there. I enjoy it very much, and to me it's like an art. And actually also seeing other people when they were doing drawings online, I got to know them really well. Not perfectly, but better than I would anybody else. I mean, I know more about that person than probably any other musical artist out there, and a few other people. I try to do. I like watching some of the other streams that are on Twitch or YouTube. Oh, Machine Head. Machine Head did. What do they call that? Something Fridays. I can't think of the name of it now, but it was really cool. It was awesome. They were playing their music. They were doing this. They were doing, everybody doing shout outs and this, that, and the other. And they were streaming on Twitch and Twitter and Facebook Live and all this other stuff all at the same time. And it's really, really phenomenal. So, and that's a good way for them to promote their music, especially during the pandemic, which really changed quite a bit for a lot of things, not only for the workforce, but I think even in the metal industry and music and everything else like that. So unfortunately I don't have anybody here live, I guess because I'm too late, unfortunately. So some of the people that probably have subscribed, that know about the channel and want to see more, which I appreciate all of you. For the first 15 people I think so far that I have that signed up to subscribe to watch this, I appreciate it. Applause to you. It's like I said, metal family, Got to keep it within the family. Get to going with it. I'm not always the best speaker, unfortunately, but I'll do my best to make sure things go well. And when I'm talking to them, it'll be more like I'm talking to them back and forth, and maybe we can see your comments and say, oh yeah, that's a good question. What about this or what about that? So hopefully, as things grow, that things will change and get better, and I get a nice little intro going and everything else like that. Like, um, was it Heavy New York? Which actually kind of reminds me, I think he's got a pretty good platform. I mean, he's talked to a lot of people. I don't know I wanted to try to see some of his earlier stuff to see how he got started, how did he get interviews with people. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome. I would love to learn that. So if he ever watches my stuff, which I don't know if he ever will, I would love to learn that. Maybe get my foot in the door, get going on it. So we'll see. He's got a pretty interesting thing. He's got a thing about knowing about the albums, the new albums, and this, that, and there. But I want to try to go maybe a little bit of that, but a little bit into the artists themselves and what they were thinking at the time they made the music and what motivated them to do it. Because there's always a story behind all of that, right? Or maybe it's like I think Sleeping with the Enemy is one that talks about the suicidal type thoughts, probably, because you are your own worst enemy. I think I've talked about this once before in an earlier broadcast. And I think what it boils down to is there was a female singer that was friends with somebody that's in a band from Butcher Babies, and they were really good friends with her, and apparently she committed suicide, and I think somebody did blame themselves for not seeing the signs, and I think that's part of what that song was motivated for. I could be wrong. I'd have to ask them myself with all of you to see if that's the case, because I wanted to get into that. I actually got to talk to them in was it the COVID/concert meet and greet. And that's one of the questions I kind of mentioned, because I said some of the music has motivated me. It made me feel a certain way, and this, that, and the other, and got me thinking about certain things, just like a lot of other stuff. And it just, the energy behind those songs really moved me, like all the other songs that I've loved. And yeah, I think it's great. It's wonderful type stuff, because I think that means a lot to everybody. Kind of like Chad when he was live performing on stage, he was telling us that people just don't get it. They just I got a little clip of what he says, and I'll have to, maybe I can try to find that and add that into one of my broadcasts later on, possibly. It'd be kind of interesting to find out, what other artists are feeling or thinking and stuff like that. And I think that's really awesome and really, I say, very important, because a lot more musicians I know are taking notice of, like, if somebody gets hurt or this, that, and the other. And I think that's great that they're doing that. I appreciate them for doing that. Even one of my coworkers that I work with actually he couldn't get down on the ground like Corey usually has people do at a Slipknot concert that I was at, and I didn't realize it was him. And I was saying, "What's going on down there?" And here he is. So that guy right there, he's got a pass, as far as that goes. So if you can't get up, I understand, totally get it. This, that, and the other. And he was doing really. I mean, Corey was really awesome with that. I think that was the best thing that they could have done. Just like some other concerts. Oh, Sacred Reich is another one. There was a fight kind of starting to break out, and he stopped everything right then and there. Said, "Look, we're here to enjoy the music. We're here as a family to get along. We are here to be metalheads together and enjoy the music that we come to see, right? And you guys want to see it, and we want to perform it for you so you guys can enjoy the show. And I think that says a lot. And he actually said, if you don't stop what you're doing right now, I'm going to come right down there no matter how much it hurts me. I'm going to get between you guys and stop that fight. Or something along those lines. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was pretty memorable. I think one of the most important things at one of the other concert I went to, well, it's actually at the same concert, actually. Yeah, it was. He, oh, I forgot what it was going to say. Okay. Now I forgot what the heck I was going to say. Basically, it was with Max and Igor Cavalier. That's what it was. It was the concert where they turned off all the house lights and had everybody with their lights on. It was wonderful. I still love that. I think I mentioned that before too. But yeah, it's pretty memorable stuff, you know. I think if that doesn't move you as a person that enjoys the music and have that passion, kind of like I do with art and other things like that, then I don't know what does. But you know, it's what it is. So, like I said before, if you are a new artist or band, I should say, yeah, let me know. I'd love to have you on here talking and chatting and stuff like that. That'd be awesome. Because I mean, just because I know quite a few bands, I don't know all the bands. There's so many bands out there. It's not even funny. It's like I don't even know how people even make money with. I mean they got to have a certain amount of people in order to sustain their endeavors. With the music and this, that, and the other. Kind of reminds me of a video with a Stitched Up Heart where they were actually in a little bitty, like, commercial like van or something. Or, yeah, I think that's what it was. It's a little van. And they finally upgrade to something bigger. And then they say, oh, this is our new vehicle, mode of transportation. And then eventually, of course, they get a bus, or they probably rent a bus, I would assume, because it's probably cheaper in the long run doing that way, because they might have more funds to do that with. It's kind of cool. So it's everybody starts off somewhere. It's just like I am right now. This is a start. This is the very beginning, and I'm hoping that you will help support me to support the artists out there that we love and appreciate, because I'm a true fan of all kinds of different music. I don't always like every single band out there and every song. So, and what I don't like, you might like. So it's hard to say. We'll see, Anyway, but I definitely wouldn't mind checking out a new band if somebody has a suggestion. And that's another good topic to add to this, is that when there's somebody here and I'm doing a live stream and they say, hey, you got to check these guys out, and a couple other people say that, and I don't know about it, hey, I definitely appreciate it, because I would love to know. The more the merrier, because I'm always trying to discover new songs, new music, especially female artists. I will say this much: I have seen, or at least I didn't know there was as many female artists out there, or either they're just kind of breaking the surface of that with the metal industry, and I think that's really good for them, and I think it's good for all of us, and it makes it really awesome to hear them sing, like Ginger and the Butcher Babies, and I forgot who else. Stitched Up Heart, the lead singer. September Morning is another one. Oh, In This Moment, and I forgot who's the other band I was thinking of. In This Moment, there's somebody else. Oh, Pretty Reckless. She's a very phenomenal singer. Anyway, also, I'd like to try to touch on bands that I feel, and that you might not agree with me on this, but I feel that will be huge and successful, because I don't know, it's either I've had a knack for it, or I'm just really lucky, or whatever I say just goes, I don't know. Maybe I have this special ability to say, oh yeah, this band's going to be big, this band's not going to be as big. I don't know. Who knows? A lot of it's like the sound of it. I mean, there's certain songs that are like a certain way. You know what I'm talking about. It's something that moves you, it gets you going, and it just says, wow, that is awesome. And it just makes you feel a certain way. And everybody, or most everybody, definitely gravitates towards. Just like Jump from Cypress Hills, and I'm trying to think, Wait and Bleed from Slipknot, or Psychosocial. You know, that's the other one. One of my all-time favorites, and I'm not sure if I remember the name. Well, one of the many. Well, it's a Fear, Chaos, Pain, Suffering, I think is what it's called. I think I mixed those up. From Sepultura, that is a phenomenal one. Agony of Defeat, I think is what it's called. And also the one from Machine Head. Oh, Is There Anybody Out There? That's the one, the Electric Happy Hour from Machine Head. They were doing it every Friday. That's what it was called. They were doing that at the very end of their episode, and I loved that. It got me right here, you know. And they would say, beers up, beers up, beers up. Everybody out there. So maybe we could have them on. That'd be awesome. I would love to do a chat with them. Maybe they'll even play some music. That'd be really, really cool. Actually, that would be even better than just doing an interview. Actually having them play. I think that'd be phenomenal. I could just sit here watching and listen, and they'd be playing their music. Or at least in the background, maybe. That'd be kind of cool, playing some instruments as we're doing the interview kind of thing. That'd be sweet. I mean, who knows? You never know what will happen, right? So we'll see. We'll get going on that. So I appreciate the follows, like I said, and I appreciate the people watching. And I want you to come back and enjoy this, because I'm hoping that this will set a precedence of maybe making things even better for not only the artists but the fans themselves, and to have people learning from other people about new bands and this, that, and the other. I think that would be a plus. I think that there's, it's going to be awesome. I'm hoping this will turn out really well. We'll see what happens. You never know what will happen, right? So we'll have to wait and see. I appreciate it again. Thanks again. And I appreciate everything that you guys are doing to make the metal industry what it is right now. And I think actually that's the one thing that I want to see more than ever, is have it get back to the way it was back in the 80s and the 90s, because we've kind of things haven't been going quite as well, but we're still around. We're just kind of lurking behind the corner, just waiting to pounce, as far as that goes. And hopefully drawing new fans to the actual music that we love and enjoy so much, because I think there's so many people out there that don't even have a clue as to how great this music even is, and that's part of the problem. I think with the mainstream record industry and the mainstream music, people need to go to the side and let us be in the forefront for a little while, because I think that means a lot, along with the rap people. No offense to people that like rap. I know a lot of you probably do. It's hard to say. Or maybe you're a true blue metal fan like I am. I like the old school rap. I don't know if I like the new stuff as much, but who knows. But Bloody Wood, the one that I was talking about that I kept saying on Instagram, I know and I feel deep down that they're going to be huge. And I was almost positive, and so far I've been absolutely correct. So see what I mean? You never know. I have that ability, right? It's hard to say. I've told that to people several times, and they go, "Yeah, or whatever, Chris." Like, well, I don't know. Can you explain all the CDs that I own, that I've listened to, that I enjoy most? I mean, I've listened to a lot of different music. Don't get me wrong, and there's some that have actually made it pretty big that I do enjoy, but I never bought the record. So just buying the record is not going to make them huge. But if I say, yeah, these guys have something that somebody else doesn't have, they're unique. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean. So, and that's what all that's about. And some of the biggest albums from some of those bands are the ones that I'm talking about that made them huge. Um, like Megadeth, I think out of all the Megadeth albums, I think I've only owned maybe three, maybe so. But Countdown to Extinction and Euphoria, or no, Euthanasia, are the two and Cryptic Writings I think I own, and that's it. I mean, I still like some of the old songs like Peace Sells and Who's Buying and all this. Better Off Dead. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones I liked. Um, oh, that reminds me. Speaking of which, I also might touch on the topic of what songs might sound like other songs if I can actually come up with some. Which there is one offhand that I'm more than certain of that's exactly identical as to other people's songs, but they renamed a lot of the words. But I think it's because they actually were a part of that at the time, and they felt they were unjustly kicked out of the band. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. So he basically took the same music and just added new words to it just to make it his own, and he slapped his name on it and his label and his album name, and yeah, made it his own. So who knows? We'll talk about that too. We'll see what happens. And if there's anything that you guys would like to see, let me know. I will try to do that. See what happens. It's hard to say. I mean, I'm always open for suggestions. You guys might have some really great ideas out there that I've never heard of. And I thought, yeah, that's cool. I can do that. So we'll see. We'll wait and see. So far, no special guest. Sorry to disappoint everybody. It's just little old me. But but we can talk about music. If you got anything down there that you want to talk about, we can discuss. That'd be awesome. I would love to see that too. I think that'd be awesome. Like say there's a new article about this or that. If there's something that I didn't see, bring it up. We'll talk about it. I think that'd be awesome. And that way everybody else could listen in and say, hey, this has got something going on with that. And plus they could see the chat too. That's the beauty of the live chat with recorded stuff. You get to see what people are asking, sort of things they're saying, and then we can always bring it up on the next episode of Voice of Metal. Voice of Metal. See, I need to get my nephew on that or something, maybe to create a little ditty for that. It'd be kind of cool. He's a great guitarist. He actually opened up for a band years ago in Toledo, in his own band. Phenomenal guy. Really great guy. He was in the military after that, doing the Navy and stuff like that. He's still in there right now. So hopefully maybe he'll be back and playing some music in another band or so. I think that'd be awesome. I think he's got a lot of talent. He should go for it, I think so, but it's hard to say. But anyway, I'll let you go. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you next time. And I was hoping that maybe somebody would be online, but it is pretty late. Especially on the East Coast. It's probably 2 a.m. in the morning. Right now, it's midnight my time in Colorado. So I started around 11:30, which I was... sorry. I'm getting a little tired. I was gonna try to get on here like maybe 10 o'clock or so. So we'll see. And I'm not going to do this every single night, unfortunately, because I got other things I got to do. But later on, when I free up some time, hopefully we can do a little more. And if there's somebody that I know that can only do it on certain days, we'll see what we can do to get it to happen. So I might have to start asking some people on Instagram and stuff, hey, I got this new channel. You want to check it out? Let me know. If you want to come on to tell us a little more about you as an artist and a person, as a human being. I think that's what I'm trying to get at. They are rock stars, but they're still people. They're still real people like you and me that love what they do. They want to do stuff for us, and we do stuff for them. It's like that feedback, that energy kind of thing, and we all enjoy and hang out and chill. That's what it's all about. Chilling, loving it, and enjoying the music, right? and what they do, and plus even other people's music, because I know other musicians love certain group songs that they've come up with that they go, wow, this moves me. I'm going to do a cover of it or whatever else. So, like I said, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, follow. Okay, like, subscribe, follow. The voice of metal. Sorry, I started getting my own thing messed up. Anyway, take care. Bye.